My dear managers, we would like to present about new teaching and learning method called Student as Manager. Recent years have seen a rise in the number of lecture methods at the tertiary level in teaching business courses to make students understand concepts. But learners become passive because it is one-way communication. The challenges with current methods are behind the growing relevance of teaching methods to make students understand the complexity of business from a practical point of view. Where non-lecture methods are useful. Besides, students prefer student-centered learning when compared to lecturer-centered learning, especially, the subjects need students to sit for long hours to listen and focus in the lecture hall. At the end of the lesson, students cannot achieve learning objectives as constructed by the lecturer. This scenario happens to most of the universities. Therefore, current lecturing methods must restructure which focuses on student-centered learning that involves autonomous learning and responsible for their learning, which requires specific performance. This heading reviews the teaching approach in the literature that is the most immediately relevant to business studies. Modern business environments are a style of living. Industry requires university graduates with a high level of professional integrity, outstanding management, and organizational qualities. Strong communication abilities and outstanding public relations problem solving, and critical capabilities deemed to be graduate strength. Business education can also concentrate on ties with undergraduate students, rather than memorizing principles and ideas in a complex market environment. To do this, a tertiary education framework must follow more realistic methods of teaching. The triple-based teaching approach is a student-centered learning process that is introduced for undergraduate business studies. It is mixed with the game, problem, and challenge-based learning strategy that aims to prepare business students to manage unexpected and complex global or industrial issues. It encourages an active and reliable learning environment that requires students' creative input, collaboration, and industrial involvement. The immersive learning approach was applied for this model. While introducing the student as manager model with the relevant task for undergraduate business students at Sultan Idris Educational University, UPSI. Therefore, the business subject, Strategic Management PPB 3073, was implemented this method. Game-based learning. The development of an alternative teaching approach has made it possible in business studies. Therefore, game-based learning has become more common in the education system, which implements game elements as a motivational booster for students. These game-based elements could be traditional ways or supported by electronic gadgets. The online Kahoot Games application is chosen for game-based learning as in a triple-based teaching approach. So the lecturer has to log into the Kahoot website to create a Kahoot game. By using the Kahoot application, the lecturer generates questions focused on weekly covered subjects. Finally, a code created automatically was obtained. Then students play the game by using a laptop or mobile incorporating the Kahoot program or by visiting the website www.kahoot.it. Then, students enter the code showing on the screen and enter their names by the organization. It means their employee's identification number. After the Kahoot game begins, students can earn points on the grounds of right responses and fast responses. This session must be held every week after each issue has been discussed the previous week. Students ought to assemble for a Kahoot session in their lecture hall or class. 20 questions will be posted for each session. At the end of the session, the winners of each Kahoot declared and the winners' names were automatically shown at the end of the period. These points compiled and declared as their profit gaining money. For example, in a firm, Group A, having 10 managers, it means students and each manager assigned a fixed individual employees code, A1 until A10, which was used as an enrollment name in Kahoot session. When the Kahoot session begins, all managers need to log in and answer the questions. At the end of the Kahoot session, the winner of the week will be identified by referring to individual code. Their points are converted to money, which they gain in Kahoot. However, the profit was calculated based on the average gained by all managers' contributions to the Kahoot session. It means that all managers need to plan wisely their strategic to get a high profit. If only one manager was to gain much profit in the Kahoot session but others score very poorly, this contributes less profit to that firm. These profits are compiled, recorded, and exposed to students via the e-learning portals such as MyGuru or Padlet. Problem-based learning. The problem-based learning approach is one of the 21st century teaching and learning environments, which is a student-centered learning. It is an instructional method that challenges students to work cooperatively in groups to seek solutions to real industrial problems. For this approach, each firm has given 2 tasks that involved external and internal issues that are relevant to current industrial phenomena such high rejection, material shortage, customer complaint, oil price drop, and other similar issues. To solve these issues, each department manager needs to give a solution with relevant justification to overcome the issues. This means all managers in the firm have their roles and responsibilities to solve the issues. Also, the relevant justifications needed to provide during the final presentation. Challenge-based learning. This teaching approach for learning with the challenge in situation tasks, and it is also as student-centered learning. The approach to the education of the 21st century is realistic and inclusive, calling for all students to participate, interact, examine, and express their opinions with the community. Further, this method operates on the foundations of experiential learning, depends strongly on the experience of a long tradition of professional teaching, and incorporates much of the aims of service learning and critical pedagogy. Challenge-based learning process involves acting, engaging, and investigating. However, for the triple-based teaching approach, some minor changes are carried out, such as challenges by firm discipline, proactiveness, and investment. Further, this teaching process involves every student who engages in their firm until the end of the semester. First, discipline challenge. Discipline challenge involves similar rules applied in the industrial environment, such late coming, absent, medical leave, and others. Any managers who do not follow the rules are punished in ways that money is deducted from their firm's profit. For examples, late coming, 500 per head, absent for class, 500 per head, wearing t-shirt, 500 per head, wearing sandal, 500 per head, and did tea bring investment egg, 2000 per firm. Second, proactiveness challenge. This challenge involves activities in which the firm can gain more profit, when managers' involvement during class, such full attendance, firm good image, active in class, and so on. Finally, investment challenge. These activities are considered an interesting task among each firm under a challenge-based process because it involves a continuous process in the semester study period, such as Energizer activity. Special task based on event at UPSI, and most important is investment task, which egg. Each firm need to take care given egg until end of semester. However, if the egg broken, it means the firm loses all profit they gained from first week of semester. This triple-based teaching approach, which developed student as manager model, consists of assignments, midterm exams, and final examination. Therefore, at the end of the semester, A191 shows that the overall course learning outcome of strategic management subject was 75.1%, which is good performance, which means more than 70%. And overall subject performance, which students' evaluation on the subject and lecturer were 96.45%. Furthermore, from the final results, it is clear that 30.77% of students get A.
Macam mana pecah? Lain kali cakap bye-bye. Saya berbincang.
Dah. Kena lah. Kita pergi.
Lain kali kalau ada investment, jaga elok-elok. Ya, our CEO, are you okay? Okay. So apa pendapat anda tentang penggambaran ini?
Money is all about money.
So adakah anda rasa happy?
Ya, menjaga duit itu satu beban yang berat ya.
Boleh try nanti kita tengok.
We would like to acknowledge UPSI students in semester A191, lecturers at the Faculty of Management and Economics, UTM lecturer and industrial expert for the support,